Well, the Red Cross has been in our community since 1917, and people know us for disaster. And their thoughts are around big disasters like hurricanes. So it is hurricane season, and so we have to be prepared. We're encouraging our community to be prepared as well. Well, we're talking to people throughout all channels, and thank you for PwC for spreading the word. But everybody needs to be informed about all the risks that come with hurricane season. So we're encouraging people to get a kit, make a plan, and be informed. So information is the most powerful part of that, is to have those discussions with your family about what perils are going to come our way during hurricane season. But throughout the year, emergencies arise quickly and can come on us at any time and impact our family and our community. COVID has impacted all of our community, but most importantly the Red Cross. So our response has not stopped, but we've had to do that in different ways. Obviously with temperature taking and masks and hand sanitation. So we've put those protocols in place. Our volunteers are trained. We're still responding to home fires and then getting ready for hurricane season and possible sheltering. But sheltering may look different this time of year during COVID. So we're encouraging people to make their own personal safety plans, and so that when the time comes they may need to go to a shelter or maybe even a hotel. And so it would be a little different this year with COVID, the impact of COVID. Well, short term is that have that plan with your family, have those discussions with your family. If you were to have a local fire, like a home fire, you would need to meet outside your home in a rally point so that you would know that everybody is safe and you wouldn't have to go back in. In a larger scale disaster, you may have to meet outside your community, outside your neighborhood, in a rally point like a church down the street or outside the neighborhood. So you want to make sure all your family and your contacts are safe and well. And those rally points and plans that you have put in place come into play at that time. Well, we've always talked about the supplies of food and water. Those are the essentials. Water is 1 gallon per person per day. We talked about 3 days, but it may be longer, so be on the safe side and prepare for a longer stay. Non-perishable food, with power being out, cooking may be a challenge, so non-perishable food. And all of these things for your personal hygiene, your personal safety, is you want to be prepared. Obviously your medicines, prescriptions, extra set of eyeglasses, all those things for your personal health and safety. And we don't need to forget our pets. They're part of our family as well. So preparing for them. Small children, they may need diapers or infant formula. So all those things are in what we do at Red Cross. At redcross.org, you can get a checklist to learn about all the things that could go in your kit to be prepared. Before the storm is a great time to take inventory of the perils that are within your house, but also the inventory of your property. So if it were to be destroyed, you can work with your insurance company. A lot of easy ways to do that with videos or checklists to inventory your property, so that if there was a catastrophic event, you would be prepared to work with your insurance company to get those things replaced. Before the storm is a better time to work with your insurance agency to see what your coverages are, wind and hail, or perhaps flood insurance. But really in advance of the storm is time for those discussions. Most businesses don't reopen after a storm, so you want to make sure you have all your business property insurance in place and be prepared. And in your home, be prepared for your local hazards. You could have big trees that may fall on your home. You could have outside patio furniture, swing sets, or trampolines. All you want to do is secure those in advance of the storm. Again, to have those discussions with your family, establish roles for each person in your family to make sure those plans are in place and in advance of the storm. Staying informed is a really important part of preparedness. Local radio, local television, weather channels. Red Cross has a free emergency app that you can download on your smartphones, and we encourage that. So that's where shelter locations will be given. Shelters are a warm, dry, safe place to stay. People need to know that those are close to their location and they can evacuate if needed. The other part of our Red Cross apps are preparedness checklist kits, safe and well information to share with your loved one. Red Cross has got a free app, and we want to encourage people to download that and make it available themselves. After the storm is really a risky time. You want to make sure your surroundings are safe, down power lines, down tree limbs. Also, when you're going back into your house, you want to make sure that the whole scene is safe. Any smell of gas, you want to evacuate immediately. But now is also the time when injuries occur. People start chainsaws and make cleanup preparations, and you got to be safe for that time as well. That's another need for a good first aid kit when you're in a cleanup situation. So after the storm is just as dangerous as during the storm, and those are all on their checklist at redcross.org. Well, our community comes together in times of disaster, and we're fortunate for that, but we want our community to be prepared in advance of the storm. Now's the time to make plans, have your kit, and stay informed. You can go to redcross.org and learn all about the safety precautions that we ask you to do, so that together we can make our community a safer place.
Hey everybody, Stephanie with the American Red Cross here, and right now I'm building my emergency kit, and I want to show you what I'm putting in it so that you can build one at home too. So let's start off with the first aid kit, very important. Got some Band-Aids, got some gauze, anything you need to help if you get an injury or if one of your family members get one. You'll want drinking water too, so you can get some of these emergency packs or you can get bottled water. Here's one version of it, but you could also get one of these gallon containers to fill up with water as well. Ziploc baggie with all the important documents that you do not want to get wet in case there is some flooding or some severe rain, so very important to have that as well. Emergency blanket in case you get cold and need to keep warm. We are experiencing the coronavirus pandemic, so it's very important for you guys to just have gloves in your kit, some masks for you and your family members, hand sanitizer. And you'll want to keep up to date with your local news. So this is a hand-cranked radio. Also doubles up as a flashlight, so super helpful 2-in-1 deal right here. We got the emergency poncho in case it gets rainy. You don't want to get wet. Great to have these in your emergency kit. It says to disinfect, to clean surface areas, so keep that with your hand sanitizer. Got some tape just in case. And we always got to have our phones charged, right? So you want to make sure you get a battery pack, some extra chargers to keep those phones charged in case you need them in case of an emergency. And obviously you want some non-perishable food items. So here we've got some cans, got some peanut butter, some granola bars, in case you get hungry and you're not able to get some food. So this is my emergency kit. Hope you can build yours too.